Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we are back, baby, with another banging, trending video. Now guys, we're not in the courtroom of Sean Diddy Combs' trial, but guess where we are? Guess. We're keeping up to date with the factual report, point by point, turn by turn. And there have been quite a few new developments, but nothing, absolutely nothing beats this new development so far. Let's talk about it, shall we? Because this is a very important part of the trial, because the jurors, they've been handed the verdict sheet. So let's get into this report, because you guys know that many people tend to believe that Sean Diddy Combs is gonna walk away from this, and I don't see how the heck did people even come to that conclusion, because transporting sex workers, that's sex trafficking. Transporting narcotics, definitely cannot get away with it. And how he had these women, the abuse on Cassie. Remember that Judge Mathis had told us that, yeah, Diddy's gonna get somewhere maybe 4 to 5 years. Sloan Bella had predicted the same. Remember that we saw bruises in Cassie as well. And also, we heard about when these women, for example, Jane Doe would throw up after having, a freak off with 2 guys, and he would say to her, good, you're now ready for number 3. And he would describe it as her job. That is literally sex trafficking. And those, testimony, those are what is going to convict him, along with the evidence and the text messages, the flight logs, the payments, and all of that. So we can definitely see where some of the things he won't be even able to escape a lot of it, no matter what people may think. But naturally, with a discussion as viral as this, that involves a high profile celebrity, one that everyone used to look up to as an icon and legend, people are going to chime into it. Everyone is going to have their own discussion, deliberation, and prediction. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, according to reports, the verdict sheet is here, and it has been handed to the jurors in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial. Now, they were given this to deliberate his fate, and you can see on the sheet the charges that have been laid out against him. The first count is racketeering conspiracy, and Judge Aron Subramanian told the jurors that in order to convict Diddy here, they must find he agreed with at least one other member of the alleged Combs enterprise to commit predicate acts within 10 years of each other. So there has to be another member of the Combs enterprise where there's something that says, yes, I agree with this. But if that does happen, that would also means someone else from Combs Enterprise is going to go down with him. I cannot see how that individual would escape any of this. Maybe not in this trial, but a separate trial for that individual. Now, let's continue with the rest of this, shall we? Because on the verdict sheet, it has his name, it has count 1, guilty, not guilty, act involving arson, so act involving kidnapping, acts involving bribery, acts involving witness tampering. You guys know all of that. I think they're going to charge him for Kid Cudi's house that he broke and entered into, because that is something I believe is also a serious crime. And Judge Mathis did also point that out. So I believe he's going to get charged for breaking and entering in Kid Cudi's house. But the firebombing a portion of the car, because the evidence was tampered with, that has to be thrown out. Now, there are 8 qualifying crimes for the RICO charges. So as I've named them, kidnapping, arson, bribery. I don't think the arson is going to stand. Witness tampering, maybe. Forced labor, yes. Forced labor has definitely been proven in this, because remember that people testified that they had to work long hours without sleep. Many of them, like every single staff, testified to long hours without sleep, and people testifying to seeing Cassie in a freak off, looking as though she was semi-unconscious. That is forced labor, because he's telling these women that these freak offs are their jobs. So all of that is going to come under forced labor. The sex trafficking, it has been highlighted, it has been pointed out, it has been proven already. Transportation for the purpose of prostitution and drugs distribution. So many times I came across Christina Karam telling Jane Doe, yes, you can do it. Cassie has done it. All of that. The money that his assistants would testify that they had to provide that money and all of that. So all of that has already been proven. So jurors will check, not proved, or prove for each predicate act. If they find Diddy guilty of racketeering, they will also be asked, did the pattern of racketeering activity include sex trafficking of Cassie and Jane Doe? And yes, it did. But they're going to ask, is it a yes or no question for each woman? The rest of the verdict sheet, it's just fairly straightforward. According to reports, juror will find Diddy not guilty or guilty on the remaining 4 counts, 2 counts of sex trafficking involving Cassie and Jane, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. This is a very, very nice breakdown, and I really love how simple it is. Not as complicated as many people may or may not have thought it would have. Now they're saying prosecutor told jurors the sex trafficking charges could be proven if even one freak-off involving Cassie or Jane was achieved by force, fraud, or coercion. The freak-offs were definitely achieved by force. We've seen it. Cassie saying that she doesn't want to do it. There are text messages from Cassie plainly saying she doesn't want to do this. Jane Doe's statement, she doesn't want to do it. You're going to shut up and do your job, or else, Fraud, the coercion is there as well. You can definitely tell the coercion was there. There's evidence of the coercion as well. So definitely he's going to go down. There's no escaping for Diddy. You and I can even go through that sheet if you want. You guys can pull that sheet from the website, because it's there, and you can just go through the list if you want to have an idea how they're going to find him and all of these charges. Now, the feds also told jurors the prostitution counts were super simple. Prosecutor says Diddy committed a crime if the juror finds he transported people across state lines for the purpose of engaging in prostitution for the freak-offs. Yes, he did it. All the flight logs are there. He's gonna be guilty on that one. No ifs, no buts. The flight logs, and this is why the prosecution ensured that they revealed and released all of that to the public so that people can see that these things did happen. They're not just making up these stories. Now, when the jury has a verdict, they will date the verdict sheet and it will be signed by the foreperson. In this case, that's juror number 5. I would love to be on a case like this, honestly. I would have loved to be on a case like this because I believe that a case like this is like a crash course in life that you get that you cannot get in college. It teaches you so much about the law in such a short span, and it teaches you about psychological manipulation and coercion and how women are trapped into sex trafficking rings before they can even tell they have been trapped into something that under normal circumstances that they wouldn't agree to. Know what Diddy's trial has done for many people. It has opened many people's eyes who are involved in this kind of activity to be more transparent, more clear. More people are going to have, their lawyers getting involved to ensure that they are doing the right thing. They're doing it the right way. But at the same time, it has been alleged that Diddy's trial has been encouraging people to get involved in freak offs because, as one reporter said, there were people in the courtroom was like, ooh, that's hot. Ooh, this is hot. You know how people are. People can really be sadistic in nature. But however, whatever floats people boats, that is what floats their boats. I mean, who are you nor I to tell these people what to love and what not to love? But once it is not being done in a illegal manner, I think that's the most important thing. But anywho, I guess people are going to always try to violate the law because oftentimes people tend to think that they are above the law for whatever sick, twisted, sinister reason when that's not even the case. And this is proven that no one is above the law and every dog has its day. Not because you get away today doesn't mean you're going to get away forever. And I do hope that we all take note and learn something valuable from this. But this is all I have to share in this video with you guys. Let me know what's your take. While you're at it, you do all you need to do on this video and support your girl. Peace.
How you doing today? How you doing, Oh, miss! Come on, little
Listen, I'm not next to the door this man.
It's called Smith right here. Smith right here. Folks, sit down the bottles, please.
You look good today, Charlucci.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling?
Feeling great. Just, you got it. You know what I mean? Thank you.
Mr. Steele.
Mr. Steele, are you feeling nervous today?
Brother.
Are you feeling nervous today, sir?
You're doing such an awesome job.
My guy. I feel it.
Put on go.
Brian is Mike from Nitro.
How do you feel exchanging a career?